Hey guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Ravennicole if you are new here. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and if you are returning, I love you so much. But let's go ahead and get into this week's perfume tray here. So I did enjoy this tray. I can say that I enjoyed pretty much all of them. I did not use one of them, which will be the inquires, and that's this one right here, but I will go ahead and keep this one on the tray for the following week so that I can put her to use. And the rest of them I did use. So if I haven't already showed you the combos that I've already made, then I will show them now. But if I did, then those are the combos that I came up with for the weekend. The ones that you see on the tray now that you didn't see a combo for is because I just wore it by itself and I did not put a combo with it. But I thoroughly enjoyed the tray, and the combo that had me in shambles that I loved so much had to be my Yara candy. This one is so good. So if you haven't picked Yara candy up, I'm telling you, go ahead and pick this one up. You won't be disappointed. It's so sweet and so good with that candy like note and the amber and the vanilla. I'm telling you, it's a good fragrance. So go ahead and pick this one up if you haven't had this one already. But let's go ahead and build our new tray and see what else we can get into for the next upcoming week. So this is going to be my new tray for the week, and we got a little white and pink theme going on here, but this one I believe is going to be a good tray. So like I told you in my last perfume video, I have just about all of the Bald All Oud fragrances besides like one, maybe two of them. I can't remember how many they have in that collection, but I have 4 different ones. So last week you seen I had 2 of them on a tray, and then this week I have the other 2 that's in my collection on the tray. And yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get into it here. So the first one I have is Bald All Oud Honor and Glory. This one is a nice scent. This one is more like your tropical pineapple scent. I love this one, and as you can see, the notes are super good. It's more of a sweeter scent, but it still has that depth to it where it's not too sweet. It has that DNA of that Bald All Oud. So if you're looking for a good fragrance, I would say get this one, because the lasting power on this fragrance is super good. So my next one has to be Tag Her by Arfmoth, and this one is a replica of Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Intense. I love this one. I love the Dolce & Gabbana. As you can see, I have bought like maybe 2 bottles of the Dolce & Gabbana light blue intense. So I was like, let me see if I can find a cheaper alternative so I won't have to keep buying that higher price tag of a fragrance. And that was no pun intended, even though it says tag her. But yes, I love that fragrance so much, especially when it comes to the springtime. In the summertime, it's light but still packs a punch. It's very clean fragrance, so I love that one. And you can wear that all year long. So if you haven't had that fragrance, go ahead and pick her up. I'm going to go ahead and put her on the tray for this week. So my next fragrance has to be in the Yara line, and this is Yara Moe or Moni. I don't know how they pronounce that one, but this one is a good one as well. I have about 2 or 3 of these in my collection. I want to say I have this one, and then y'all know on the last tray I had the Yara Candy, and of course I have the original Yara. So I want to say that's all the ones that I have in my collection, if I'm not mistaken. And if I have another one, then I'll show y'all at a later time. But I want to say that's all the ones that I have in my collection. Of course, they do have a couple more in their collection, but those are the ones that I have. But this one is a good one as well. When I first got this fragrance, it was more like, I don't know, it smelled like a buttery popcorn type of fragrance. And I was so drawn to it because I love a good popcorn anyway. But this one is a good one here. So with notes of caramel, amber, patchouli, sandalwood, and peach, I'm telling you, this one is a good one. So go ahead and get your hands on this one if you're looking for a good sweet fragrance. Again, mine has matured, so at first I was getting like a buttery popcorn smell, but now I don't get that as much. So I don't know what that was. Maybe I just wanted some popcorn when I first got it. I don't know, but this one is a good one. So I'm telling you, this one is a good one to have in your collection if you're looking for a more sweeter but has that amber and sandalwood type of note in it. And the patchouli is not so strong, so don't be thrown off about the patchouli, but this one is a good one. So my next one is a fragrance that you cannot buy. I'm sorry, you cannot buy it. But I made this one when I went to Atlanta for a perfume class. I had made this fragrance and I called it XL Love. I don't know why I put XL in the front of it. I knew I wanted to be love because I made it with love and I wanted love to be in the name. But XL, I believe because I was drinking some XL wine when I made this fragrance. Maybe that's why I put XL. I don't know. But this is from the company Lot 23. And you can find them in Atlanta. I don't think they have any other locations in Atlanta but the one that I went to. But this one is a good one as well. And I made her back in August. So I haven't really sprayed her as much. I wore her maybe one time. So I was like, let me go ahead and pull her out and give her some use because she done sat for a little moment because you know you have to let your fragrances macerate, especially when you first make them. When companies first make them or made in factories and stuff, they have to sit for a minute before being able to be purchased. So I wanted to make sure that I let mine sit for a while. Now, when I went and made it in the perfume class, of course, they said that you will be able to wear it right away. But I knew I wanted mine to macerate and get that full benefit from it. So that's why I let mine sit for a while. So I believe it should be ready now. So some of the notes that I did put in mine were amber, sandalwood, green tea, and grapefruit. I believe it's a good one. By the different notes in it, of course, it's I don't know, it kind of is all over the place, but at the same time it smells so good because I let a couple folks when they were right there, smell it, and they loved it. And I love it. I love this fragrance. It's nothing like in my collection, so that's what I definitely wanted. I didn't want anything that was in my collection already, so I was like, let me make something that's going to be unique and something to me, and no one else is going to have it. So I love it, because if you know, I didn't know what perfume what all it takes to make a perfume, but the process of making it is unique. And even though you might have those same notes or try to replicate the same notes that's in a fragrance that someone else made or different companies made or different perfume houses made, you still won't get it the same, because you don't know how much of a fragrance they put in there. They might have put a lot of more green tea. Even though they have green tea listed in the fragrance, they still might have put more green tea in a fragrance, or more amber, or whatever the case might be in a fragrance, and you still won't get it the same. So I love that about a fragrance, and me taking that class, I appreciate more fragrances, and that's why I fell in love with fragrances in the first place. So I was so grateful, and I cannot wait to go back and make some more. And it wasn't really that expensive. So if you have a perfume making class in your city or in your state, I recommend going to do it, especially if you love fragrances. Go do it. I'm telling you, it's the perfect date. It's the perfect solo date. It's just a perfect thing to go do and, you know, make your own fragrance. But that's enough about this one. I love it. So my next fragrance has to be a alt fragrance, and this one is Alt Sensual Vanilla. And alt fragrances, they make more straight fragrances. As you can see on the bottle, it does say straight, because straight is the highest concentrated perfume that you can get, because they make more, they put more oil in the perfume versus any of the other ones, like a toilette or just a regular perfume. The straight version is the highest concentrated oil that you can put in a fragrance. So if you're looking for a good fragrance, always look for a straight, because that's going to be your strongest, long-lasting perfume that you have. But just a little lesson. But yes, this is the alt fragrance, Sensual Vanilla, and it's so good. I'm telling you, it's very sensual, very vanilla. So if you're a vanilla lover, go ahead and get this one. And if you're not like a sweet vanilla lover, get this one, because it's not on the sweet vanilla side. It's more sensual, like it says. So I'm telling you, you will love this one. If you want like a sexy vanilla, like a date night vanilla, get this one. So, of course, I've already talked about Anarch, so I'm not going to really go over it more in detail. If you want to see that fragrance, go to the last perfume tray, and I went into detail about that fragrance. But I still want to go ahead and use it for this week, so that's why it's on the tray for this week. But this one is a good one as well. Cannot wait to go ahead and wear this one and find some combos to wear with this one. I have a couple of ideas, but we're going to see what we can conjure up in this week video. So if you know, you know, this one is definitely a good fragrance right here. Valentino Born in Roma. This one is my scent. This is my second bottle, actually. I ran through the first bottle, and then of course I had to get it in a bigger size. I think my first one was the size down from this one, not the smallest bottle, but the size down from this one. And of course I ran through it, so I had to get the biggest bottle. And I'm just holding on to dear life, because this big bottle is expensive. I want to say it's like around $150, $180. Don't quote me, but I want to say it's around that price. I don't know how much it is now, because I have had this bottle for a good little minute now. But Born in Roma is a good scent. It's an all-around scent. You can wear this any season, anytime. It won't be offensive. A lot of people I've seen, it was their signature scent. it's a good one. So if you're looking for a good signature scent, I would say this. Get this one because I've worn it before as a signature scent, but as I became more into fragrances, I just didn't wear it as much anymore because I have so many in my collection. I wish I had found a dupe to it, which I'm pretty sure it's one out there. I just haven't found it yet. But this one, it's notes of jasmine, jasmine tea, bourbon vanilla, cashmere, and black currant, pink pepper, bergamot. It's a lot of notes in this fragrance, but as you can see, it's blended so well that you can't really tell. So I love, love, love this fragrance, and I definitely recommend 1,000 times recommend this fragrance. So my next fragrance has to be, my top tier. I've mentioned before that I've had this fragrance in so many versions. This is one of them. This one is a good one here, and this one is Floral Marshmallow by Dossier. Can you guess what this scent is? Just by the name, can you guess? Yes, this is a dupe for Love Don't Be Shy. Y'all know that's my scent. I love this one, and as the name Floral Marshmallow, that's what it is, like a floral marshmallow, but it's a good floral marshmallow. This fragrance here, I get so many compliments off of this fragrance. So if you're looking for a good sweet floral fragrance, look no further. I'm telling you, I won't steer you wrong. You will love this fragrance. And as much as I talk about it, you should know that I'm in love with this fragrance here. But of course, I'm gonna put it on a tray. Any chance I get in any version that I have, I'm gonna try to put it on the tray because that's my signature scent at the moment. So last but not least, we have Bald Au Oud Noble Blush. This is more of a newer fragrance in my collection, and it's in that line like I was telling you for the Bald Au Oud. Hopefully I'm saying the name right. But I will put it down in the comments below as well so that y'all can see the name and look it up for yourselves, because I know a lot of people do comment and say that, can you put it in the description box? But Noble Blush has notes of rose milk, almond, vanilla, sandalwood, musk. Like that alone, those kind of notes tells me that this is going to be my type of fragrance here. So I love a good rose scent, and it's at the top of the notes. So of course it fades a little bit faster, but as the dry down, you get that vanilla, sandalwood, and musk. And I love a good musk fragrance. So yes, you're gonna get a good fragrance out of this one. I'm telling you, this is a good one, and it's not strong at all when it's overpowering and people smell you miles away, but you have a nice little scent bubble, and I get a good 8 hours off of this scent. Now I haven't worn it more than 8 hours, and that's just because I don't go nowhere and be out for long periods of time to test it any longer. But I can say when I get in the shower, I have to scrub it off my skin, so that lets me know it has a good oil concentrate in the fragrance and it's going to last. So if you're looking for a good fragrance, a nice soft girly fragrance, get this one. Don't be too intimidated by the rose because it's still good in a milky type of fragrance. So I think you're gonna love it. So go ahead and get it. So these are all the fragrances that I chose for this week. I'm telling you, you won't be disappointed with this tray. This tray is a good one. I feel like it's a good mix in the fragrances. I got a good floral, some vanillas, some deep central scents, even nighttime scents in case I want to go out and do stuff. I just have a good mixture in this collection here. So this is my tray, and I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Let me know if y'all have any of these fragrances. Did you have any of the last week's tray fragrances, or any fragrances at all that you want me to try and test out? I will gladly test them out for you, or I might already have them in my collection. I try to mix and match different fragrances in my collection, so I won't be using the same ones over and over. So that's why I came up with getting a perfume tray every week, so that I won't just stick to one fragrance. I can try out all the fragrances in my collection. But I don't know, let me know. Let's conversate in the comments. But until next time, I will see you in the next video. Bye. Come back at 6, wake me and your child, and it won't late